This is the view from our new Airbnb. It's so beautiful.
We took the ferry from Lefkada to Kefalonia. We visited 5 of the Ionian Islands, all by ferry, and we're staying in this cute little port town called Sami.
We just got off the ferry in Kefalonia, so it was €19 one way per person. You can't beat the price. It took about 4 hours. Beautiful ride. The ferries are a little crowded, but that's okay. Now we're gonna go to our Airbnb. Okay, we just got to our Airbnb. This is our view from our patio. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And then we come in here and we have a nice little room. The kitchen is just this little sink unit, but he's got everything you need. A little coffee machine and dishes and things, a refrigerator, and then a nice little bathroom with no shower curtain, but hey, I'm okay with that. Look at this place. This view is unbelievable. Apparently, you just walk down here and to the right and there's a really nice beach. We are off to go eat because we've been on the ferry all morning. This is a moussaka and my rocket and sun-dried tomato beet salad. I love this place we're staying. It's such a nice Airbnb with an incredible view. But I love it. He's got tomato plants here. So I've been picking fresh tomatoes in the morning for us to have every day. If that's not enough, it's really cool. They also have this apple tree. Look how nice. I've been picking fresh apples and eating fresh, delicious apples off this tree. It's been so nice. This is our walk to the beach. And there's another way you can come to the beach as well. So there's 2 different ways from our house, and it's beautiful both ways. Very, very pretty. So there is our house, our Airbnb, and here is the beach and the boardwalk. You can swim anywhere here. It doesn't have to be at a designated beach. People just swim all over. Here's our little cove, nice and calm. I love it. It's this little private local cove. We're headed to Auntie Samos Beach and we're gonna cool down because it's been 95 and 97 every day. Free parking.
This was a really beautiful beach. They wash and disinfect the chair beds, and they give you a free bed if you stay in the back row.
This is the beach we found, but you have to get to it by renting a car from our Airbnb. Oh my God, it's so beautiful here. The water is crystal clear. Man, after a day on the ferry, it is so nice to be in this water. It was really warm being out in the car all day and walking around the different towns of the villages of the island of Ithaca. Make sure you see that vlog. What an amazing beach! We just rented a car here in Sami. Now we're gonna just drive around the island and see what there is. There is a town on the other side of the island that's you know, with the city center and all, so that we'll definitely check out. So here we go. This is a drive through Sami. All the boats on the waterfront are pretty much gone now. The yachts park there at night, and you know, they all eat at the restaurants and party and enjoy the town, and then in the morning they leave, which is typical of all these port villages. Tons of restaurants on the water all over the place. It's just, and the food has been phenomenal. You have your pick of restaurants. This is where we take the ferry. We're going to get a car ferry one day, and we're going to go to the island of Ithaca, and that's where we take the ferry. There's also a really nice beach on this side too. All of this is walkable from the promenade, very easy. We walked it the other night. So we just drove through the neighboring town, and I think it's all pretty residential because you can see it from our area of the beach. and from our actual balcony. So now I don't know where we're headed. Do you know where we're headed?
I don't remember the name of the town.
So we are going to a town. The interesting thing is that there are goats all over this place. Oh, look at this view where we're driving. There are goats all over this island, so they told us at the rental car place to watch out for goats.
This island is surrounded by beautiful beaches, and people just pull off the road and bring their umbrella and chairs and enjoy a beach day.
Cute little town so far. We just got here to the village, and of course it's on the water. I mean, everything is. I love the way the GPS always takes us through these little teeny streets in these little villages, but that's the way you get where you're going here, I guess. It's really nice and really easy to rent cars on these islands, and the nice thing is that the ferry takes us for 12 euro, 20 euro one way to each individual island, and then we're here for about a week or 10 days, and then we just rent a car for like 2 or 3 days. And this particular car costs 70 euro per day, and that's maybe a little expensive, probably just average. But for 3 days, the island's small, we can see the whole island. And then you get to explore, and we never know where we're going. We just pick a city and we just drive. GPS works great here. They have 4G and 5G, and most cellular companies will give you data, however it works, downloaded, so you can use your GPS and all that, and you don't miss anything. And then you just drive into these mountains on these islands. I mean, geez. And what I found interesting about Greece is like these mountains are just, they're so high, but very cool. I just saw a watch for goat sign. Man, talk about being on top of the world. Holy moly. Like, you can't even imagine how tall these mountains are. And honestly, we left Sami and we've only been driving for about 30 minutes. That's like nothing. So everything's close, yet seems like it's so far and it's so tall, and these Greek islands are spectacular. We're still climbing. It's like these mountains never end. You just keep going higher and higher. When you think you're at the top, you're not. And look at how this terrain changed all of a sudden. That's so cool. Wow. And yes, we are up super high still, and still climbing. So this is very typical of these islands. We're way on top of the mountain, and to get to the town that we want to, we're going to drive 15 minutes down all the way to the water on roads like this sometimes. But when you get down there, it's usually something spectacular. Look at that road, wow. No guardrails here, you can just drive straight off the cliff. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, wow. This is a little scary. And I'm assuming we're going all the way down there. I love the way they made different walls and terraces out of all this stone. It's so pretty. I don't even think this village is inhabited, but I think people come for the beach for sure. So the soil here is very brown. So the water has actually these brown rocks in it, which makes it not look, crystal clear or whatever, like some of the other beaches we've gone to. Again, we took a turn, and here we are in the top of a little village. How cute! So we stopped in that little town, and we're going to get something to eat. The little town that we passed before we went up the hill. Oh, so pretty. Ooh, look at this. Nice little beach here at this restaurant. How cute. This is a Kefalonia meat pie. I can't remember the name of mine, but it's lamb cooked with potato and other things in a paper bag. Oh my. Oh, it looks like a lasagna thing. Wow, it looks amazing. Every meal we've had in Greece has been outstanding. I didn't think it could get any better. But this was probably the best meal we have had in Greece. Wow. So this was lamb kleftiko. It was phenomenal. And a nice location here in this little town. There's free parking all over Greece. You just have to find it. It's easier to find in some places than others. Well, they said watch for goats on the side of the road. I guess we found one.
Aside from all these animals, which you'll see more of in a second, these views were stunning. Just stunning. There was always a view around every turn.
My God, these churches are pretty. That's all the bee hatcheries. They're very big on bees and honey here.
From here, we were on our way to Argostoli, the capital of Kefalonia.
Look at that. You can walk across to the main town from this side, but there's another bridge where you cross as well with the car. There's the walking bridge that we saw from the other side. So we are now at the city center, and what is this town called?
Argostano.
Argostano. The airport is here for the island, and it's, I guess, like the capital of Kefalonia. Very cool. It's so pretty here.
The waterfront is really pretty to walk around, and I'll show you the promenade in a second. That's really nice too, with shops and things.
So we just walked from the waterfront, a couple little blocks, and they have this nice promenade. And now we're going to walk through the promenade and see what's happening. Looks like lots of stuff is closed. But
this city was pretty modern. It had tons of restaurants and shops. We went back later when it was open, and of course, you know, there were tons of people, lots of tourists.
oh, look at the steeple, how pretty. Wow, look at this gigantic square. Holy moly. This promenade was really long. And then you open up into this beautiful big square, of course full of restaurants. This place is really cute, and the promenade goes on really long, and they must get a ton of tourists here because there's a million seats. But there's also an airport here, so you can actually fly in. We're staying on the other side of the island, which we're going to drive back to, and it's really quiet there, and we kind of like that. Oops, sorry. We kind of like the nice, quiet beach and not a lot of tourists, so. But, you know, we drove here in like an hour and a half.
So it's actually only 30 minutes from Sami, the other side of the island, or an hour and a half, depending on which route you take.
So this ends our day in Argostoli, which is the capital or main city with the airport in Kefalonia. And tomorrow we're going to the other side of the island, I think, are we?
Yes.
And we're going to explore some more. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Second day of exploring.
We really like to explore all the beaches, but to get to the beaches, of course, you have to go through the tops of the mountains and through villages. And look at these amazing rock formations that we found in the water. The beaches are not very crowded on this island. As a matter of fact, nothing is really crowded on this island. It's very refreshing. We prefer these smaller islands that don't have as many tourists compared to Santorini or something like that. Watch for our Santorini vlog so you'll see the best time to go to avoid the crowds.
This is a huge, beautiful beach. Wow. Takes a while to get to the town though, especially from the airport. But look at this place. Wow, gorgeous beach. So we're at the very most southern point of the island, and it looks like all the really big fancy schmancy resorts are here. And a beautiful beach, of course. And we're going to find some food. And what is this town called?
Skala.
How cute. We just parked. Now we're gonna go down this really cute main street here and find some place to eat.
We found a great restaurant. I didn't film our food, but I did film us having a nice cold beer because it was 96 degrees outside.
These restaurants are adorable. This is such a cute little town. Wow, I love it.
Cute, typical Greek beach town. Tons of restaurants. A beautiful park area as you walk to the end of the street right before you hit the beach. And a gorgeous, gorgeous beach.
By the way, just an FYI, it's been 95 and 97 degrees every day here in Greece.
Whenever we saw a sign that said beach, we would just make that turn and we would cruise down to the beach, check it out. Some had people, some didn't, but all were very swimmable.
On to the next town. Hey there, horsey. Look, we got some horses on the side of the road. They're just grazing. That's so funny. Oh, look at them all coming. Oh my gosh. I think I might roll my window up.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, right here. Oh my, they're right there too. Oh my gosh. Oh my, there's a ton of them in the trees. Oh my god. That was the best part. That was so good. Oh, goat encounters of the third kind. Wow, you never know what you're gonna see when you're driving on this road. Goats and horses. We're in the little teeny town of Pisada, and there's this itty bitty marina here, and look at this terrain. These, I don't know, wind and water washed, they're just amazing. They remind me of something like Lake Havasu has in California. Very, very pretty and different.
Driving back to Sami, more encounters, this time with sheep.
There's an awful lot of animal activity on the road today. What do we see?
Horses, goats,
Sheep. Anything else? I think that was about it. Jeez. We're in the city of Poros. Our little venture for today with our rental car. Wow, to this beach.
Back over the mountains, up and down these windy Greek roads, we headed back to our Airbnb, and let me tell you, I think we thought that Kefalonia was one of the best Greek islands we had ever been on. It was just so beautiful and not really crowded, and it just had everything to offer. The beaches were phenomenal. Bye-bye from Sami, Kefalonia. We will miss this place for sure. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified of our new content and watch the rest of our Greek island adventures. Hey, check out our merch store with our logo and cool travel designs. All of our clothes are made with 100% cotton or organic cotton, all colors and sizes. Tees, tanks, hoodies, and more, along with accessories like mugs, glasses, cell phone cases, and masks. Please support our channel and get some cool merch. Store link in the description.